Allowed Cody Bellinger to really break out this afternoon?
I don't know, but Cody was nice. I mean, getting us started right away with a 2-run homer, another one left on left, rifling balls in the corner. You see his speed. His speed was big on the bases today too, and makes a good play there down the line. That looks simple, but just that's Cody Bellinger. Just the all-around. You see the speed, the power, the athleticism, the 2-strike hitting. Dumping one out there in center field there to extend the lead there. His second at bat? Just a great day by a great player.
He oftentimes talks about trying to not do too much when he's in the batter's box. Do you notice that about his approach?
I think one thing I've liked about this year is so far is I feel like he's doing a good job of being patient. One of his kind of superpowers is that ability to put the ball in play with 2 strikes. Did it again today for a big hit for us, but keeping that under control too, knowing how valuable it is when he's on base as well. So I feel like he struck that balance pretty well. But today was a big time day.
He wasn't the only one, though. What does it mean to an offense when you're getting contributions up and down the entire order?
Yeah, great. I thought Grisham set the tone for us today. First at bat of the game there, I think falls behind and then works a 3-2 walk, a big homer after they had answered with a run. Jazz got a big hit for us. Mac going the other way to set up an inning where we grabbed that lead. A lot of really good things. And then, the speed showed up in the bases in that inning where we were able to break it open a little bit with some base running things. So all around, just a really good day by the guys.
Bill?
What'd you think of Weathers?
I thought Weathers was good. He walks the leadoff man first 2 innings and then pitches around it. Goes into his max Fried and goes from the stretch the next inning, but then got back to the windup eventually. Thought he threw the ball really well. Scattered a little bit, but other than those 2 walks, I thought did a really good job. Again, had a lot of different ways to get you out today. I thought sweeper, changeup, fastball were all playing well. So maybe ran out of a little steam there, but to get us into the 6th inning there with another strong performance, really nice by him.
Ron?
How difficult are Ryan and Will going to make your decision on how to deal with the pitching roster when Garrett and Carlos get back?
That's a lifetime away.
And how do you also, as you look at it going forward, evaluate who would be suited for bullpen roles versus?
Lifetime away. We're in a good spot. Guys are throwing well. Looking forward to getting other guys into the mix. So, a lot between now and then.
Susan?
What did you see from Duvall on the back-to-back days?
Thought he threw the ball fine. Got slow to the plate there to where they were able to, steal second and third off him there. And after losing the leadoff hitter with the walk there, thought answered right back. And again, I thought threw the ball well, but, a little slow in the running game there, allowing him to get to third. That's where we got to shorten up a little bit.
Meredith?
Aaron, it seemed like Tim Hill doing Tim Hill things. That was the 8th time this season that he's had a 1-pitch in and out.
Really?
He just what is it about him that allows him to work so quickly like that and get you guys out?
He's had 8 1-pitch innings.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or 1-pitch at bats, I should say.
Yeah. 1-pitch at bats. Oh, okay.
No, not innings.
Yeah. That's a great strength of him is he fills up the strike zone, and he's gonna. I think what's cool about Timmy too is he's evolved a little bit too. in the past it's been 80-90%. I'm throwing my sinker in the zone. I'm trying to put you on the ground. I think as he's adapted though a little bit, mixing in more four seam, mixing in some slider. But today, it's I want him in there for the gunner at bat in that spot, and he just does a good job of executing strike one there, and gunner's going to be aggressive and is able to put him on the ground.
Roger.
I know that there aren't a lot of things to pick on right now with the team, going so well.
Are you going to pick on one?
A little. And statistically, the bullpen is pretty good.
Uh-huh.
But do you have any concerns about the way that inherited runners are scoring against you guys?
I think our pen's done a really nice job. Like, I think leaving spring training, maybe we had some question marks to answer down there, and it's still going to evolve and get there. But I think by and large, those guys have done a really nice job. It's not always about what your ERA is, and different guys have contributed in profound ways in victories, and I feel like even today that happened again. Paul coming in there and giving us 2 innings, to shut it down, allow us to stay away. Jake Bird's had some really good moments again today, and probably gave up an earned run today, but I thought, stabilized through a dangerous part of the game for us. Camilo's done a nice job. Fernando Cruz, has gotten us out of some huge jams. Timmy's been pretty much locked down, as well as Hedrick. So I've been really encouraged by what was, somewhat of a question mark, so to speak, for us coming out of the pen. I think a lot of those guys have contributed to the start we've gotten off of. Doesn't mean we can't improve, doesn't mean we don't expect to get better, and there's room for improvement. But I've been encouraged by pretty much across the board the guys down there and what they've given us in some winning situations.
But when you say expect to get better,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, are you referring to the thing Ron was asking about like when those starting pitchers were coming back?
No, I'm just, I don't want us. I don't want any of our guys, relievers, starters, position players, to be complacent and not continue to work on trying to get better at what you do, and that's your job. So that's all I'm talking about is, my expectation is I still think there's room for us to always get better.